On TikTok, there's a girl going on a 50-day bender. There's a girl right now on the internet that's doing a 50-day bender. A 50-day bender is when you drink alcohol every single day for 50 days. You guys, let's talk about it. In a society where alcohol is very much accepted, I really do feel like people do a bad job. Like, people, not a bad job, but people don't really understand how bad alcohol is for you. Alcohol is literally ugly juice. Like, when you drink it, it makes you uglier. Like, people don't realize it. And I'm not going to be like one of those people that are like, never have a drink. Have a drink every now and then. But then a 50-day bender, like, the day that she's like, okay, I want to stop drinking alcohol, she might end up in the ICU because of alcohol withdrawals. I really do sometimes feel like going to university and college, great, 100%, pursue your education. But then it is, for most people, the early stages of their drinking addiction or whatever addiction that, they pick up. I'm going to show you guys what I looked like at the peak of my drinking and what I look like now. You guys can see the puffiness on my face. And if you guys look here, like, look at my stomach, you guys. Like, this is what excessive drinking does to you. And this is what I look like now, like a couple of months without drinking alcohol. As you guys can see, that shit, alcohol actually destroys your life, bro. I'm so sorry. Everything you want is on the other side of you not drinking. And like, society is so whack. Like, like, friends are so whack. Because when you're turning up and drinking the alcohol and developing this addiction, this long-term addiction, everyone is partying, everyone's having a good time, and it feels like, we're all in this together. But the day you become a bum, that's when people are going to stop claiming you and they're going to be like, oh, yo, look at him. That's literally what happened to me. It happened to me. This was me when I was like deep in it. I'm using my head to cover the people, but then I'm telling you that, like, this day made me realize that, the people that I'm drinking with view me as a bum, and we're all doing the exact same thing. Society is going to lie to you, your friends are going to lie to you and make you seem like the thing is cool, it's okay, but truth be told, you need to get a hold of yourself. You guys, she's going on a 50-day bender where she is drinking alcohol non-stop for 50 days till she graduates. I think she's already finished it right now.
It's day 30 of the bender. It's a big one. I just know today's going to be great because I woke up to Katrina in my bed, which was a great surprise. Naked? Yeah, she was naked. She doesn't know why she came back here. I don't know why she came back here. We didn't even go to the same bar last night. But above it all, I somehow got my retainer in. So everyone who's telling me to lock in, I locked in. Today's a big day. We're going to go to Balter in about 15 to start drinking, and then stay tuned.
But then, you guys, in this video, we are going to talk about it. I'm just going to rant to you guys a little bit about alcohol and how it affects you. First things first, people actually underestimate how bad alcohol is for you. Alcohol damages your skin, it affects your brain, it makes you fat, it makes you overweight, it makes you make dumb decisions. You guys, the thing, like, society downplays how bad alcohol is for you. The fact that this shit is accessible in grocery stores, convenience stores, is crazy. Me talking like this, like, never in my life would I believe that I would be the one to come on the internet and actually talk about alcohol and drinking and how bad it is for you. Me personally, there was a point in time where I would drink every single weekend. I could finish a bottle of vodka, a week. And I thought that was normal. I thought that was how everyone lived their lives. I even thought that professional athletes did this. But it doesn't make any sense. No. People might watch me and they're like, oh, look at him, he's a goody two shoes, look at him. But at the same time, bro, like, can we be so serious? Can we be for real? Can we be honest? It's like, it's genuinely not good for you. I used to be, an athlete. I used to want to play in the NBA, just like many other black kids, But at the same time, bro, like, that dream did not come true. So I started to drink. I started to, go out. you know. And man, you guys, I will say I did go out last weekend, and I had a couple of drinks. I'm not here to say never ever drink, no. But every single weekend, a 50-day bender is insane. It's too much, you know. In fact, if you guys zoom in back there, you know, there's a bottle of Bacardi just right there. Me and my friends had some, you know. I had like 4 shots, and that's it. That's all. You feel me? That's all you like, and that's enough. You guys, the thing about drinking alcohol, you know, that really appalled me the most is the fact that your friends are going to tell you that you're a bum.
I'm literally friends with the 50-day bender girl. I know, shocking. Obviously, I have to give my opinion and add to the mix, and it's not gonna be nice, so. First thing I wanna say is I saw a creator on here who we mutually follow each other, and she was saying how the most embarrassing thing about it is how Angie doesn't even have 10,000 followers yet. Not everyone posting on social media is trying to gain a following. The girl who said this isn't a college student. She's a full-time social media TikToker, and you don't even have 500,000 followers. So pretty much every single kid who's a senior in college is doing a 50-day bender, whether they acknowledge it or not. Most people vape every single day, smoke weed every single day, honestly drink every day too. If you studied abroad, you did what, like an 100-day bender? Probably doing more things than just drinking. So this 50-day bender, she's not drinking hard liquor from morning to night. She's literally just having at least 1 drink every day, which I think is a pretty standard thing in college. So I think this situation is just people are seeing something circulating on the internet and are like, oh, this is something I can use as a conversation topic, which is fine, but you need to stop coming at my girl. Because people coming at her appearance or other things that have nothing to do with what's happening is just fucking weird.
I was in a position where I was hanging out with people and we were all drinking, we were all doing the exact same things, but then, you know, I was singled out as, you know, I feel like they honestly saw me as the bum of the group, you know, not the guys, but the girls, you know. I could see it in the way they treated me, in the way they spoke to me, in the way, you know, they just with all their interactions with me, I could see it. And that shit, I'm not going to lie, it hurts. 101%. Because in my mind, we are all doing the exact same thing. We are all drinking the same alcohol. How come people look at me as the bum? And it's simply because alcohol is just not good for you. It makes you ugly. You know, it makes you uglier. It makes you make the wrong decisions. You guys, before I got this camera, you know, this is my vlogging camera. You know, I make all my videos, or most of my videos, on this. But then before I got this camera, I had another camera. If you scroll down to one of my first YouTube videos, you know, that was the camera that I used to make my first YouTube videos. You guys, I got drunk and I kept my camera in a bag outside the club, and my camera got stolen because I was drunk talking to a girl. Let's talk about, you know, what happens when you drink for 50 days straight. When you drink for 50 days straight, you develop an addiction. And what happens is, you know, to break an alcohol addiction is very hard. You know, coming from someone that actually had to be like, you know what, I'm taking 100 days off. I used to be that guy that would be like, oh no, I'm going to stop drinking. I'm not going to drink. I'm going to be like, you know what, no, I won't drink. This weekend is the weekend that I'm going to stop and I never could stop. Alcohol would have me texting people that I knew I wasn't going to text. It would have me, you know, just talking to people that I wasn't meant to talk to, hanging out with people that weren't no good for me. You know, bro, in fact, I genuinely do believe that if I had never drank alcohol in my life, I'd be a way better person. But that's the thing, we all have to go through what we need to go through to become who we need to be tomorrow. That's what Michael Beasley said, and it's facts. You know, who knows? She might end up, you know, in the ICU because of, you know, liver damage or whatever, you know, because it's hard on your liver, it's hard on your body. Who knows? She might get cancer, unfortunately. But then my point is, I just feel like people don't talk about it enough. People don't talk about how bad this thing is for you. People don't talk about it. Anyways, you guys, if you made it this far into the video, thank you for listening to my rants. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm coming through.
Some of you guys are way too comfortable being addicts, and it's really, really alarming. Did y'all see that girl that said she was going on a 50-day bender because she's graduating from college? That's a problem. And the fact that people think it's okay and not a problem because she's in college is honestly incredible. Do you understand the amount of damage that is doing to your liver? That's like a problem. I think people glorify drinking in college because people are like, oh my gosh, it's college, you're supposed to have fun, best 4 years of your life. Listen to me. A lot of problems can happen when you're intoxicated like that, and the second people graduate, they act like this is supposed to just stop because they're out of college. When you're used to drinking every day, to turning up every day, it is going to be very hard for you to graduate college and go to your 9 to 5 and not do these things. It will have an effect on your life, because one day you're going to be 28, 29, 30, and you're still going to need a drink every single night, or multiple drinks every single night, or you're going to be day drinking. And honestly, this really upsets me because I know people who do this shit, who party every night and come home plastered every single night because that's how much they're drinking. And let me make this very clear to y'all. If you're yakking every single time you're going out, that is not safe. You are addicted, and it's not cute, it's not kiki funny to be addicted. Oh my god, she drinks so much all the time, I'm just a city girl, I'm just a girl. No, you're not just a girl, you're an addict. Anyways guys, what are your thoughts on the situation? Let me know down below.